Hello and welcome. Olá e bem-vindos. Today I'm going to tell you a mystery. It's a story of archaeology and history and uncertainty and confusion and a little bit of deception. Se falar português, usa as legendas, faz favor. Eu vou falar em inglês, mas é uma história muito interessante para todos os portugueses. So sit back, relax, and enjoy while I tell you the mystery of the standing stone that moved. Portugal's southern region is called the Algarve, and it's famous worldwide for its tourist attractions, its hotels, and its lovely beaches. It's also quite famous locally in the archaeological world as a site of hundreds of menhirs, standing stones. Today's story involves an alignment of 4 of these menhirs in the center of the Algarve. They're in the municipality of Silves, in the parish of São Bartolomeu dos Messins, and the alignment consists of 4 menhirs standing on the hilltop on a hiking trail through the center of the Algarve. There are hiking trails all along the Algarve, including a short route that visits all 4 of the menhirs. Short route 2 on the Via Algarviana is in Silves and includes the alignment of the menhirs of Vilarinha. The hike is quite long, which includes a longer extension over here that I didn't take. I stayed on the main Rota dos Menhirs, which includes the 4 menhirs of Vilarinha. You can see the pins here. Number 1 is a necropole, which is a medieval cemetery. Interesting, but not prehistoric. Maps markers 2, 3, 4, and 5 are menhir Vilarinha 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is called the menhir dos Gregorios. It's not a hard trail to hike. There's some hills, but it's wide and the path is clear and it's easy to visit all 4 of the menhirs. The first menhir, Vilarinha 1, is reached at the top of the first main hill. And you get to the top of the hill and there it is. There's a signpost, but it's not very legible anymore. Supposedly this menhir has carvings in it. I didn't see them. But I did see lots of covinhas, which is the Portuguese term for dimples, which in megalithic terms we usually refer to them as cut marks. Vilarinha 2 is then reached, and this has a bit more of a conical shape with its top broken off. It definitely has some serpentiform carvings that you can easily see on the menhir. There's no information sign next to this menhir. After a bit more of a hike, you'll reach menhir Vilarinha 3, which is fairly plain. There doesn't seem to be any markings or any carvings at all. It's kind of conical and it stands alone by itself. Again, no information sign. This hike across the hills is wonderful for you get lots of views of the hills and the surrounding countryside. The 4th menhir is a little bit further. You can continue along the trail and enjoy the views of the Algarve countryside, or you can go around to the other side and get to near the village of Gregorios, from which this menhir gets its name. It was the first in the alignment to actually be excavated, so it's known as the menhir dos Gregorios. It's nationally recognized as a property of public interest, whereas the others are properties of municipal interest. You may be asking, where's the mystery in all this? That becomes very much apparent when you visit the Museum of Silves. The archaeological museum there is well worth a visit. The building itself is listed as a national monument for an Arabic cistern. And it has exhibits that covers the history of Silves and the region. In the prehistoric section, there's lots of information, including several menhirs from different locations around the area, including one that has fantastic carvings. This menhir has wonderful carvings, lots of undulating serpentiform lines, baculos, which are croziers, kind of a shepherd's crook shape, all kinds of carvings. It's very ornate. If you look at the plaque, this menhir is identified as Vilarinha 3. So which one did we see in the mountains? If you read the paper that was written by the archaeologists who excavated these menhirs, Varela Gomes, you can see that the third menhir, Vilarinha 3, is in fact the one that's in the museum. He even says that this menhir that was found fallen over was so ornately carved that they moved it to the museum to preserve it. So what menhir is in the location that's listed on the trail as menhir 3? If you look a little closer, if you do some research, which I did before I visited, on OpenStreetMap you can see nearby there's a menhir number 5 listed. That menhir is also listed on the archaeologist portal of the Department of Cultural Heritage. In Gomesh's paper, he mentions that there were at least 4 menhirs in this alignment, maybe many more. So on my hike, I went looking to see where this menhir number 5 was. And where I got there was nothing located. It was an empty space. So obviously, menhir 3 was put in the museum, and when they re-erected the rest of the menhirs to form the alignment to make part of this hiking trail, they must have moved menhir number 5 from its original location to the place where the original menhir number 3 was originally placed. Now, I can't say what was the thinking and what was the original intentions, and were they really intending to deceive us with this? But obviously, menhir 5 was moved from its original location to the place where menhir 3 was originally. How important is this for those of us who like to visit megalithic sites? Well, it kind of depends. We're not too sure what the purpose of all the menhirs were in the Algarve and around Portugal. Were they spiritually significant? Maybe. Were they astronomically placed? Possibly. Or were they simply markers of location and territory and all that? That's one of the theories. We're not sure. So the fact that menhir 5 in this Vilarinha alignment was lifted up and re-erected in the place where menhir 3 originally was does change the alignment to a certain extent, but in a modern context, it seems appropriate since menhir 3 has been placed in the museum to preserve its carvings. In my view, the hiking this trail is all the more interesting because of this mystery involving menhirs 3 and 5. So I would encourage you, if you go hiking along this trail, and it's well worth a visit, take along this information, and when you come across to menhir number 3 on the trail, say hello to menhir 5, and then go to the museum and see the original menhir 3. I hope you enjoyed this little mystery about moving standing stones. Please give me a like and feel free to leave a comment about your thoughts about this process of moving and relocating menhirs. If you want more details about the alignment of Vilarinha, check out the link down below. I've got lots of details, including links for the route maps and more on my website, prehistoricportugal.com. And please do subscribe. I'm going to be bringing you more stories, hopefully some more mysteries, and lots more visits to megalithic sites all around the country. Thanks for watching.